The Art Gallery of Swift Current features a variety of exhibitions throughout the year by Saskatchewan and Canadian artists. And the latest in the spotlight is paskwâw nîpîy by artist Amanda Strong, a unique exhibition which required an additional transformation of the art gallery.
What this show is it's a series of sets and puppets and vignettes that were all used in the films that we are also screening here at the Art Gallery. And because they are sets, and because Amanda works predominantly in black rooms when she's doing the filming and the shooting, that the sets look better when they are lit dramatically and in a dark room. And so we made a compromise of doing a very charcoal dark gray wall. That way we can bring it back to white easy enough. But it also creates a nice mood. And what it also does for the viewer, I think, is it brings the viewer into the world of sets and into the world of miniature and the imagination that can come out of that. Paskwâw means prairie or grassland. It's an opening or clearing with no trees, and that's translated to English from Cree. And then nîpîy means water. So she's talking about land and water in this exhibition.
A multimedia presentation of impactful Indigenous storytelling, which captures the attention of patrons upon entering the gallery.
And the intention is that you get to physically see a still moment, which is interesting because the film is what makes it move, but the still is sort of what it always is. Like until you put all those stills together, nothing moves. So I find that an interesting relationship of like the physical space and that sort of like a captured moment, and then you witness it sort of animate, which is sort of obviously another vessel we use to tell the story. And I think there's just such a different way of experiencing story when you see the physical pieces and you see all the detail up close, and you can see like the labor and the handwork that went into every single little item or piece that was made by many people on our team.
Historical stories of Indigenous people in Canada brought to life on the screen, while intertwining a personal connection to the artist, as Amanda Strong learns more about her Métis roots.
Four Faces of the Moon, yes, like that is definitely a story about my grandmother and her ancestors and her grandfather who fought in the Battle of Batoche, whose godfather was Gabriel Dumont. He was there with Louis Riel and Gabriel Dumont in the battle, and also was involved with the hunt. And his grandfather was kind of like a chief of the half-breeds, or like he kind of spoke like 13 different languages and led the hunt for like a couple thousand people, like through Pembina and Winnipeg area, sort of across the border. So it was sort of learning more about that, and then learning actually like the tie to the buffalo hunt and the history of the buffalo, both in the States and Canada, and the intentional plan to wipe them out, to really strategize how they could place Indigenous people or starve them or eliminate them. And it was just kind of like, I didn't learn about that in school. I don't know many people who have yet. So as soon as I saw that image of the Skull Mountain with that guy standing on top like he had conquered something, as horrible as it was, I knew we were going to make it.
paskwâw nîpîy has been screened internationally, including the Cannes Film Festival, and has been nominated for a 2019 Canadian Screenwriters Award, with local audiences also applauding the work of Amanda Strong and the thought-provoking message in the exhibit.
I was just absolutely amazed at how magical the films are. They really take you into a different direction, and you can get lost in them. And as the artist Amanda said, my thoughts on them were totally different than hers, but in whatever case it was, they were just incredibly magical, and you could just get lost in them. It was just an amazing piece of artwork in terms of the films.
paskwâw nîpîy by Amanda Strong is on exhibit at the Art Gallery of Swift Current until June 30th.